Everyone, I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. It is Erev Shabbos Parshas Bo, and I wanted to share with you a very fundamental idea. It really bridges this week's Parsha, Parshas Bo, and last week's Parsha. And the Torah opens up the first pasuk in this week's Parsha. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe, Bo el Paro. Moshe, go to Paro. Ki ani hichbarati es libo ves lev avadav, because I have hardened his heart, and I've hardened the hearts of his avadim. And despite the fact they've already experienced 7 makos in last week's Parsha, Parsha Va'era, they're not going to let you out. They're not going to let the Jewish people out of Mitzrayim. I have hardened his heart. And the emphasis we find in these psukim, in these parshios, is Hashem hardens the lave of Paro, the lave of his avadim, as if the decision-making power of a person, the core decision-making organ, if you will, is not the intellect, is not his brain, but it's his heart. And his heart, in a certain sense, gears and guides the direction that he's going. So the metaphor that the Torah uses, I didn't harden his intellect, I hardened his heart, and as a result, they're not going to let you out of Mitzrayim. I think this idea really reflects itself very, very beautifully in last week's parsha. I heard this idea from Rav Herschel at a Shabbos Tish, last Shabbos in the old city of Yerushalayim. At the end of Perek Tes, in last week's parsha, we're told about the Makkah of Barad. And Hashem is telling the Mitzrim, telling the people, tomorrow, at this time, Hineni mamtir ka'es machar barad kaved ma'od. There's going to be a very, very severe barad that you've never seen before in Mitzrayim. Very dramatic. And if you want to have any sense of protection, you want to save your animals, you want to protect your animals, do not leave them out in the fields. Do not go outside because the barad is going to be violently coming down. Rather, make sure that you collect them, you bring them inside. Otherwise, the animals are going to be utterly destroyed by this very strong and fierce, fire-laden barad. And then the pasuk says, pasuk chaf, Perek Tes pasuk chaf, Hayore estvar Hashem. Those who have fear of Hashem, they have yirat shamayim me'avdei paro heinis es avadav es mikneu el habatim. They sent all of their avadim and all of their animals, they brought them inside to protect them from the barad. The next pasuk. That's what the Yarei Hashem did. I would expect the next pasuk to say, and those who were not Yarei Hashem, those who did not fear God, so they left their stuff outside. They were doubtful it's not going to happen. But that's not what the pasuk says. It doesn't say those who did not fear heaven. Rather, Va'asher lo sam libo el devar Hashem, va'yazav es avodav es mikneu basada. Those who were not some lave. Wow, unbelievable. So what emerges is the opposite of Yirat Shamayim, of Yiras Hashem, is Simas Lev. Those who did not pay attention, who were not some lave, who were not focused. So they left their avadim and their animals outside, and what will be, will be. So it's a tremendous, tremendous yesod over here, the tremendous, tremendous musrishmus, is that the core issue, the opposite of Yiras Hashem, of fearing heaven, is not fearing heaven, but it's lack of attention. It's not focusing, not being focused. There's a default. Everyone has Yiras Shamayim. Everyone, if they really thought about it, if they were really focused, would look at the universe, would look at the world around us, and of course would be some lave, would pay attention, would be focused. Their heart would be in the right place. The problem is we're so busy. We're so preoccupied. We have so much going on in our lives, so many distractions. Whatever they might be, we're always distracted, and therefore we are not properly some lave. And this perhaps ties in, again, Hashem hardened Paro's heart. He did not allow him to focus on the obvious. Do we not understand what's going on over here? We've had 7 makos, and Paro doesn't pay attention. The message over here is pay attention. Be focused. Do not have a hardened heart. It's all about the heart. Where is your heart at? Yiras Shamayim, that's the default. We all have Yiras Shamayim. That's not the question. The question is, are we properly focused? Are we properly geared? Do we pay attention to what's going around us? That is the core idea. The opposite of Yiras Shamayim is not lack of Yiras Shamayim. It's lack of attention. So we shall be zocha to really be properly focused, to think, to be paying attention to everything that's going on around us. And if you are, you look at nature, you look at the human body, you look at Medinat Yisrael, you look at everything, some leiv. And as a result of the simas leiv, you'll always be focused on the important things. Rahman al-Islam, we should not become preoccupied with Super Bowls and with phones and this and that and the other thing. We should be some leiv. And Be'ez Hashem will continue to build thereby our Yirat Shamayim.